Hello again, all life path number 3s. This is your May reading for 2020. My apologies for not doing any April readings with what was going on. I actually shifted as well, and with the virus and everything else, I felt it was not worth doing videos as where basically everything in the world has changed. So now the dust has settled a little bit, I'm doing the May videos. Bit of a different scenery. Welcome to my lounge. My little dog is actually down here asleep beside me. And I'm also going to do the cards a little bit differently. I'm actually going to not use my pendulum. I'm going to shuffle the cards on camera and do a Celtic cross for you for the May readings. I can also use the cards as clarifiers with this spread. What else did I want to say? Yeah, so it's like if you were coming to me for a reading, this is how I would basically be doing it, whether it was on Skype or Facebook Messenger. This is how I would come across to you. So basically you'd be sitting in my lounge like we are now. I would be shuffling the cards, which I'm going to start doing if I can move the dog over a little bit. I'm going to concentrate on shuffling the cards for life path number 3s. What do they most need to know for May? And what will most suit them? I hope everybody is well and safe and getting through this lockdown period. I'm hoping that nobody had any losses from their family members. I've got a jumper card there. That's a good card too. This is exactly what I would be doing if I had you on the other side of the table here. My guides always know I take the middle stack of cards. And we can now go out and lay your cards out. So with the Celtic cross, you get a few more cards. Like I said, I can clarify as well. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana cards. And I've been using the card at the bottom of the deck as well. So you've got a very good card as well at the bottom of the deck. Put those cards down there. Let's give myself a little bit more room. The card at the bottom of the deck is the 6 of Fire or the 6 of Wands. Now this is the what they call like the victory card. Read what it says at the bottom. Victory, good news is on its way, public recognition or awards. So this is a given. This is not like a card in your hopes or fears or anything. Whatever you've been doing, there's good news on its way. And so that's a pretty good card to have at the bottom of the deck. Leave that one to the side. And the card that jumped out of the deck is the Ace of Earth or the Ace of Pentacles. So it's all about finances. It says, an inflow of abundance, a promising business venture, important documents or contracts. So this is all about, probably with this card too, the good news is on its way about your abundance, your job, your career, business venture, important documents and contracts. So those two cards are going to go together. And so that's a pretty good start to the reading for you guys, life path number 3s. We'll just pop those ones over there and go into your first card here. You have a major arcana card crossing it, and it's the 4 of Water or the 4 of Cups. This is generally water, emotions, all this sort of type thing. It says missing an opportunity, discontentment or boredom. Open your eyes to the possibilities. Especially at the moment with lockdown and that, you know, we're all struggling with boredom, that sort of type thing. but open the eyes because there's an opportunity there. Could you be doing something where you are at the moment? Could you be studying something? Could you be learning something else? You know, these cards have come up for a reason. These aces and the six of fire here. Something to do with your finances, you know. I'm being told idle hands, you know. It's a great time, you know. We've got nothing other than to be staying at home at the moment. Yes, we've got chores and balls to do at home, all those sorts of things. You could be studying something, you could be learning something, you know, that's going to help you in the future, to upskill, all these sorts of things. There's a lot of things online at the moment, you know. I'm getting hammered at the moment with people with courses, all this sort of type thing, wanting me to do medium courses, all this sort of thing. Coaching courses, there's lots of things out there on the internet at the moment. And my email is getting just, you know, bogged down with them. Yours might be the same as well, you know. Check these emails, you know, have a read over them, just don't delete them and think, oh, I'm not interested, sort of type thing, because there's something there that you're missing that you could actually be learning, which is a feather in your cap. Open your eyes to the possibilities, that's what it's saying. The card crossing it is an interesting card. Crossing, it's the Lover's card with Archangel Raphael, and it says intimate relationships, carefully weigh your decisions, and good health. And so hopefully, you know, everybody has got good health at the moment. We're all taking extra precautions, wearing gloves, you know, masks when we go to the supermarket. And don't be like some of them that I've seen. I went to the supermarket just the other day, and the guy that was letting people in the door sort of type thing, and once one person came out, another one could go in. He didn't have a mask on or gloves on. And I actually sort of said to him, and it was my turn to go in, I said, at least you should be wearing gloves. And he said, you know, well, you know, I left them in the car. And I thought, well, it's a pretty blasé attitude for a person that, you know, you just took somebody's trolley sort of type thing, you've got no protection. So yeah, anyway, I'm getting off the subject here. Intimate relationships, carefully weigh your decisions, and good health. Okay, so that's a major arcana card. The card beneath it's what is beneath you is another ace. You've got two aces. And this one says, falling in love, the resurgence of a relationship, spiritual growth, enhanced intuition, a new home. I'm just going to turn the light on here, guys, because there's not enough light. Actually, that's not in your eyes. And not enough light for me to read the cards, sorry, and I hope that's not glaring in everybody's eyes. But you've got two aces here, and these two work very well together. When you water the earth, things grow. There was another life path reading that I did not so long for the May readings that had the other two aces in it, like fire and air, which was basically, you know, what happens when air gets to fire, it makes it, you know, 10 times larger. You've got, this is quite a good omen, really. You've got the water, you know, and the earth, which is feeding your new beginnings. You know, if you plant your seeds now, I'll go back to this card here. If you plant your seeds now and start learning stuff that you could be learning while you're in lockdown, they will grow. You've got the two aces here to say that if you water these seeds in the earth, they will grow. And then you've got this card saying, you know, victory, good news is on its way. So it's a bit of an extra for you guys. But definitely also with the Ace of Cups, of course, it's talking about relationships. You've got the Lover's card crossing here. So it could be something to do about, you know, your relationship as well. Like it says here, falling in love, resurgence of a relationship, you know, especially since we've been in lockdown and that where, you know, we've had this time. Some people have been in lockdown for about a month. where today is Thursday the 16th here. This is the end of our 3rd week in lockdown. A lot of people are finding that they're communicating better with their partners. You know, we all realise we're all a bit stressed. We all need our space, all that sort of type thing. We've learnt to handle being around, you know, that person for a long period of time. So this is why, you know, there's a lot of relationships out there that, you know, there might be a resurgence in the relationship, which is a good thing, you know. We've all got to learn to, you know, communicate, get along, do what we have to do. But yeah, we're all going, you know, out as families and walking, and I see people walking past our gate here, you know, every day, and lots of people, you know, out walking with the family, or they're out biking. They're doing all sorts of these different things as a family sort of thing, which is, you know, it's really, this is actually a good thing. A lot of us are, you know, learning how to be a family again. We're sitting down at tables having meals, you know. We're doing things together. We're educating our children, homeschooling them, all this sort of type thing. We're doing artwork, we're doing painting, we're doing drawings, we're doing baking, cooking, you know. I think, you know, although it's not nice to say that, you know, this coronavirus, all this sort of type thing, but there's a silver lining to this coronavirus, that all these things actually happening. I'm going to go to your past card here now, which is another major arcana card, and it's the Emperor with Archangel Michael, and it says organisation and logic, structure and discipline, and leadership. Because it's the Emperor card in the normal tarot deck, it's also here as well, just depicted a bit differently. And if you can see Archangel Michael there in this picture without any glare on it, he's standing there quite staunch sort of type thing. He's the Emperor. He's a very strong leader. Organisation and logic, you know, this is in your past. This is what you've been coming out of. You've had to organise and use your logic, and everything in the world has changed at the moment. And we're all having to do this at the moment. We have to be a little bit staunch on, you know, the rules and the regulations that we all have to go through with the lockdown. You know, only one person can go to the supermarket. But yeah, who knows what's going to happen in May? You know, they could keep us in lockdown for a lot longer. They might not. They might release us and say that, you know, we'll go to a level 3 or a level 2 alert, you know. In New Zealand, you know, we're hoping today that, you know, they're going to announce that, you know, some businesses can open. I know in world news and stuff like that, I heard that America might be doing the same thing, but there's a lot of ifs, buts, and maybes in the scenarios of what people actually have to do. So it'll be interesting to see the news sort of type thing is where this is going to come in. But you're having to be the Emperor, basically, or you're had to be the leader, basically, of your lot. But you're coming out of that, now you're coming into, you know, these new beginnings. I'm just wondering where that light's coming from. I'm just going to pause the video, guys, sorry. It's a bit better. I just had to close the window that had pulled curtains sort of type thing. There's too much light. And as I was saying with the Emperor, you know, you guys have had to, you know, this is the past card as well, you know, organise and be logical and have the structure and the discipline and the leadership, basically, of your little bubble sort of type thing. It could be even that, you know, you own a business. But I'm saying this because I can see your future card here, which is the Ten of Earth. You know, this is saying you created a very happy family, this sort of type thing. So we'll leave that one in the past because you've done the work. I can see your, you know, your two aces are coming into play here. We'll go to your top card here, which is another major arcana card, and it's called Balance. And it's with Archangel Zadkiel. And it says, a need for balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise, wait for perfect timing. So that's that card there. So this is the Temperance card in the normal tarot deck. And I hope there's not too much glare on there. This is having the patience and, waiting for the perfect time. This is also having, moderation sort of thing in things. The need for balance and moderation, cooperate and compromise. Especially with the Emperor here, he's not very compromising. This is one of the negative traits of the Emperor card here. He's not very compromising. It's his way or the highway. But now you need to, you've basically set the ground rules. You've set the ground, the rules, the regulations, whatever you want to call it, the boundaries, which most people don't do in their lives. They don't set boundaries. They just go along with the flow, and whatever happens, happens. But now you're coming into the sort of the balance, the need for balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise, wait for perfect timing. So there is perfect timing in all this, okay? Do the work now, especially with these new beginnings, the aces, like I said, what you water, the seeds that you water today and plant, they will grow. And especially with the Four of Water in the middle here, you can pick it up. Don't miss that opportunity that you could be learning something extra. Like it says, missing an opportunity, discontentment or boredom. Open your eyes to the possibilities. What other possibilities are there out there that you could be doing? You've got this card here for a reason. You're a leader. Where are you going to lead people next? Where are you leading your family next? Where are you leading your team members next? There's a lot of scenarios with that one. But it is all about having the balance as well. There's being a leader and there's being a leader, if you like. But this is your time to shine now, and you've got this time. Like it says, wait for perfect timing. You'll know when to use these new skills that you're learning. Your future card here, like I said, I was talking about this card before, is the Ten of Earth. And it says a very happy family life, financial security, finding magic in the little things in life. And aren't we all at the moment? I was talking about people going for walks with the family or bike riding and doing things together. We're all rediscovering this family life, eating a meal at the table all together or helping prepare a meal for the family. I just think it's pretty wonderful, this card. It's the second time it's come out so far. I think Life Path number 1 had it, or Life Path number 2, I can't remember now. But yeah, a very happy family life, financial security, finding the magic in the little things in life. And there's your future card. There's also a 10, which is an end of a cycle. So that ending of a cycle, this is where these cards are coming in again. You've watered these seeds, you've planted them, they will grow. And you've got the victory card as well. What's the other thing? It says good news is on its way. So if you take the advice of the cards, go and learn something different. Like I said, there's heaps of things on the internet at the moment. But something, just don't sort of delete it and think, oh no, I'm not interested in it. Question about it, get involved in, the details, look at it a little bit deeper than maybe you would normally. Your next major arcana card, and like I said, you've got 4 for May, is the ego card, what they call the ego card. Okay, and it's number 15. It's with Archangel Josephiel, and this is your environments card as well. I kind of want to bring the Emperor card back up here too. Okay, you remember what I said about the Emperor card? The Emperor. There's a false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. Okay. There's another card here. We could bring these cards all up together, actually. You've got the Four of Cups here, the Four of Water, saying missing an opportunity, discontentment or boredom. This is where this card comes in too, and the Emperor card, just watch your ego, is basically what I'm getting from these cards, or this card I should say. A false sense of entrapment, this is the boredom, feeling bored, discouragement, all that sort of type thing. Being overly focused on material things. Again, come back to your future card here that says finding the magic in the little things in life. Negative or fear-based thoughts. Yep, we all have those at the moment. We don't know what's going to happen because life as we know it is never going to be the same probably after this. But fears are only that. They're a fear which creates negativity in your mind, in your thinking, in your persona, if you like. So we really need to get out of that one. There's a thing I used to say, for every one negative thing you think three positive things after it, or say 3 positive affirmations after that negative thought. You can turn your negative thoughts around. Catch yourself when you're thinking a negative thought, and hey, there's a lot of negativity out there. I'm not going to argue with anybody on that at the moment, but try and bring some positivity into the situation that you are in, or in your bubble, in your environment. We'll go to your next card, which is you yourself, and it's the Three of Fire. It says abundance. Things look very good. Have patience at this time. Make long-term plans. And this card here just sort of, if I can pick them up. Sorry guys, my shoulder is still not working properly and my dog is taking up all my room. Say hello, Pagan. Bring this card back up. A need for balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise. Wait for perfect timing. Now the perfect timing is also in this card. It's a 3. It's about looking out into the future of what you want to do and what your abundance is going to be like. Things look very good. Have patience at this time, and especially with this card here, the balance card. Wait for perfect timing is what it says on it. So there will be a perfect time where all this will fall into place for you. So definitely that's a major card for you guys, and it's the head of your reading, or the top of your reading if you like. Definitely a need for balance and moderation. Your hopes and fears card here is the Knight of Earth. It says loyal, dedicated, honourable and kind. Time to buckle down and get things done. Honour your commitments, a guardian angel. So definitely it's time to knuckle down and get things done. Get some extra study in, get the stuff done at home, all these sorts of things. Get back into routines, and a lot of us are out of routines. We've tried to, I know with my bubble here, we still get up, we still have showers, we still get dressed, we, go for walks. Sorry, my dog was just running past me, climbing behind me. Now I can move over. Yeah, it's like now is the time to get to work, basically. You might have had a few weeks off or a few days off, whatever. Like I said, it's our 3rd week, end of our 3rd week today. We've always, I know my son sort of thing, he's been looking around for things to do. He's built a fence, and they only just bought a new property not so long ago, so they've been fixing it up. He's had all this time to get all the bits and pieces he wanted to do done around the house, sort of type thing. So, maybe this is also saying that, maybe you are going back to work, maybe you're going back into a work situation. Now you need to get all this other stuff done. You don't have very much time, sort of type thing, But that is in your hopes and fears. But I still keep coming back to the 6 of Fire. Don't forget about this card. It says victory, good news is on its way. public recognition or awards. And so the awards could be that study that you've done. You know, I keep talking about it. I keep coming back to you should be doing something online is what I feel. While we've got this time sort of thing. Now it's you know, you've got to the stage where you might be able to implement it sort of type thing, all these things you've learned. The two new beginnings, you know, those are two big cards there, the Ace of Water and the Ace of Earth. You know, definitely. I just keep hearing in my head, you know, plant those seeds, water them, they will grow, and you'll get the victory, you know, with the Six of Fire here. Your final outcome card here is the Queen of Air, which is air is all about mental capacity, the brain. They air sign people like myself, we live up in the brain, we use our mind quite a bit. This says independent, experienced, realistic and witty. Objective decision making, clearing away all that no longer serves you, seeing the humour in a situation. Sorry, my dog's rocking the pagan. Sit down. Rocking the computer. No, it's not an earthquake. Oh, you gotta love live videos, don't you? Pagan, stop it. I'm gonna put her up on the bed in a minute. She stops doing it. There you go. She's settled down, I think. But anyway, this is a very good card for your final outcome card. Like it says here, objective decision making. Okay, so you've got to have an objective, overall, balanced decision making process here. Clearing away all that no longer serves you. So, like I said, things are never ever going to be the same out there again. And seeing the humour in a situation. Again, bringing humour into the family situation, all these sorts of things. But yeah, hopefully we can all see the humour at the end of this lockdown, or this period of time. But that's a very good card to end the reading on. But I'm going to pull, like I pulled for the other cards, other life path numbers, I'm going to pull some more cards, because I don't think we're quite finished yet. So can we have a clarifying card, please? So where is the Queen of Air taking us? Queen of Air is taking us to the decisions card. This is the Two of Air. This is you needing to make a decision. So it says, being unable or unwilling to make a decision, stalemate, pretending there is no problem. There's going to be lots of problems out in the world. We're all going to have to make decisions on how we handle them. But definitely, you know, pretending there is no problem anymore. Yes, there is, and I think we've all been enlightened, if you like, with this pandemic that we've had, with being in lockdown, all these sorts of things. We've had the time to self-evaluate, re-evaluate things in our life. You know, what's more important, how we used to do things or how we're going to do things in the future now. So, but there's definitely a decision that will be coming up, and I'm going to say at the end of May that you're going to have to make, because it is at the end of the reading. Your next card is another major arcana card, and it is Unity. It says traditional viewpoints or methods. Spiritual organisations seek out mentors and like-minded friends. And so that's quite a biggie there as well. Sorry guys, I just had to have a drink of water. But definitely with that, this card here, this is, you know, even coming back to this Ten of Earth here, unity of family, all that sort of type thing. The family units, all this sort of type thing is going to be so much stronger now, I think, with what's happening in the world. This is where your focus may need to be. traditional viewpoints. Traditional viewpoints is going back to family values, all this sort of type thing, and methods. Definitely, seeking out mentors as well. We're going to go back to this decision to do some studying online again. I'm not going to read anything else more on that card because that's what's sticking out and coming back to this. You need to be learning something online, some new skill, you've got the time to do it. If you do it, you've still got this victory card. I'll put these ones up here. So we'll go one more card for an overall end card for life path number 3s. What's the final outcome of this reading for life path number 3s? Good card as well. You have another new beginning. So once you've made that decision, you've got another new beginning here with the ace. So that's 3 aces that you guys have got. The ace of air. It says brilliant new ideas and inspiration, seeing the truth of a situation, a challenging beginning. So it might be a little bit challenging to start with. This is the Ace of Swords in the normal traditional tarot decks, which is the Sword of Truth. This is what you're basically having to find to make this decision. You might need a mentor to help you make that decision. But yeah, it's a brilliant new idea and inspiration, seeing the truth of a situation. So I'm going to leave you guys with that last card here. But you do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana cards this month for May. So I'm going to be doing a special for the next little while we're all on lockdown and we're not working, all these sorts of things. I'm going to do half price readings. So all information for that will be down below in the box. So if you would like a personal reading with me, maybe to help you make these decisions, where you're going in life, you've got 3 new beginnings here, which, what are you going to plant? Water. There's 3 new beginnings there. So that's a pretty good reading, guys. I'd be pretty happy with that. But like this card does say, it might be a challenging new beginning. But I think we're all going to be challenged with how we're going to do things in the future from now on. So I don't think you're alone in this one. But anyway, like I said, all the information will be in the boxes below, how you can reach me at my page here, Sun, Moon, Tarot, Numerology, or even by email. I will put that information in the information boxes down below. Love and light, everybody, and I hope this has helped. Keep well and safe, and I will catch you very soon.